The court stuff, you always say, man, if I knew what I knew now about basketball, and I wish I could play it back 10 years ago, but it's part of growing and part of learning. And I think part of a responsibility as you go in life, it's our responsibility from the lessons that we've learned, experiences that we've had, positive, negative, that we're able to give back to the younger people who are maybe coming up behind us, and so they don't maybe make the same mistakes. Well, when you're talking about a hoops family, you're talking about guys that and your staff. You want to have some, for a guy like me, I want to have some people that kind of understand me as well as I understand them. And so part of the hoops family, you're talking about guys like Damon Stoudemire and Luke Walton, Jack Murphy. I mean, guys that I know. Again, it goes back to kind of the atmosphere of family. It goes back to, if I only knew what I knew back then, what I know is that every relationship matters. Treating people the right way, doing things the right way, being good to people, and because everything's deeper than it looks on the surface. And I think sometimes people hurry and make quick decisions, or they do things trying to get the quick win or trying to get a quick cut in the corner. There is no shortcut to success, and everything's deeper than it looks on the surface. Yeah, my view of what it is of doing it the right way, I think it's doing the right way means that every decision you make is principled, every decision you make has a proper motive, and every decision you make has the proper intent. Again, not that mistakes can't happen, because everyone's human and mistakes do happen, but I think it's important before we make decisions, we ask questions, talk to people who we trust, mentors, coaches, anyone that you can resource out to ask questions. And if you do that, again, there is no guarantee of success, but it sure puts you in an opportunity to probably have a better chance than most. Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, college basketball, it's a special thing. I mean, it's a special part of life, because it's almost the NBA part, such a small part are going to make it there. 99.9% are not going to play professionally. So the 99.9% of the other part, the experience that they have in college basketball, it is so important that they continue to be the gatekeepers of the game. And what can they do to be a gatekeeper of the game? Do things the right way, continue to be a positive role model, educate the younger people that's coming up, even if it's a freshman coming up through the program. Enjoy the experiences that you get. For college basketball, for student athletes, I think a big thing is a couple things. I think number one, I think they need to advocate that it's important that during the summer that they get as much access with the coaches on the court. I think that's critical, because these guys, the facts are, they are student athletes. They're not athlete students, they are student athletes. And you're talking about agents or financial advisors, anything in that area. Again, I think it's important for coaches to continue to educate, give as much education, but I also don't think we can hide about it, hide like that we've got to be upfront about it, be on the front end. I think if things are on the front end to being, okay, hey, especially if you're a high level, look, these are you'll probably have a chance to make some money off the game one day, which is great. But here's what's allowable and not allowable. And if someone that wants to do something not the right way, and that's willing to put your eligibility at risk, or they're probably willing, if they're willing to put your eligibility at risk, meaning they're willing to possibly steal money from you, yeah. Willing to not do things the right way. And I think it's just, again, I think sometimes people get a bad rap because there's a bad apple or two. Yeah. Majority of people want to do it right, but we need to make sure that the people that want to do it right are with the people that want to do it right. Yeah. But even for the 1%ers that are making it, whether it's them or the 13th man, they want coaching. They want to work. They want to work out. Yeah, I mean, they want exactly. And there's nothing better to make sure that the coaches are the ones working them out, and having the access with them, and allowing that to go within the structure of academics. Because again, my whole thing is the coaches have the hammer over the student athlete, because they control the playing time. They control the discipline, which gives great structure and discipline for young people, which is so important as they get into later in life.